Hi friends, welcome to our channel DAG Education. So in today's video, we are going to solve questions of exercise 8.1 of class 6 CBSE. Okay my friends, so now we are going to start with the first question of this exercise. So the first question is on a screen. Write the following as numbers. So this is the question. So in this case, we have seen some diagrams. In this case, we have three diagrams. That is, there are three parts of this question. So we have answer 1, first part. Even if the questions does not match with your questions of your book, don't worry, please do keep watching this video because sometimes examiners may take questions from other books as well. So now we're going to do the first part of this question here. So in this case, as you can see that we have diagrams here and we have to represent these diagrams in numerical form. So in this case, what we're going to do here, it is pretty easy. We are going to just use a highlighter to indicate. As you can see, it is saying tens. It means we have first block. As you can see, we have second block, we have third block, we have fourth block, we have fifth block, we have sixth block, we have 7, we have 8, we have 9 here, and last one is 10th one. So we are in 10 blocks in total. Okay friends, so it means that this is 1/10. That is, this rectangle represent 10 number. And as you can see, we have second one also, we have third also, we have 4 also, and we have total of 5 number of blocks. It means if each block, that is this shaded one rectangle here, is of 1/10, that is 10, so 5 blocks meaning 5 into 10, that means 50. So it means that first part represents 50 as the numerical value. Now for the second part here, so in this case second part is also pretty easy. We have ones here. It means that each rectangle represents only one number. So if each rectangle represents one number, it means if there are in 3 rectangles in total, it means it represents 3 into 1 number. That is also very easy, that is 3. So the second part of the question would have 3. Now for the third part here. Now for the third part, as you can see, we have only one rectangle here. And it is saying tens. We have tens here. It means that this whole thing that you are saying is a tenth. Okay my friends, before one block represents 1/10 value, here in second part one block represents 1 value, and in this third case we have this whole one block represent a tenth of a number, that is 1/10. So it means simply that the answer would be for third part would be tenths only, that is 1/10. The answer would not be 1 because this whole thing is a tenth. That's why. We have solved this question now. Now for the next part of this question. Second question. We have write the following decimals in a place value table. So in this case, it is place value tables means that we have to make a table. So in this case, what I'm going to demonstrate here, I'm going to make one table. That is for one part, that is 306.8. Rest of the 3 parts you're going to do it yourself. So first of all, we're going to draw a table. Suppose that is a table like this of 2 rows. I have only one number, that's why I'm going to write with 2 rows. So I have drawn a table freehand, but you draw with a scale. Okay my friends, so we have a table like this. Now we are going to just split this table into 2 equal parts like this, as you can see. And now we are going to first of all write the number here. Okay my friends, so as you can see, we are going to first of all write the number. We have number here is 306.8. So first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to make rows. First of all, hundreds column, that is hundreds. So we have hundreds column. Here even not come, we have. Okay friends, we have hundreds column. As you can see, there are 3 hundreds in total. Because it's 300, so it means 3 hundreds. So we have 3. Then next is tens. As you can see, there are 0, it means 0 tens. Now for ones. There are 6 ones in total. Like this. Very easy. Now for the last number, that is tens. T-E-N-T-H-S, tens. In this case, there are 8 tens in total. And hundreds also you can write, that is hundreds. Hundreds that are 0. So this is how a table is made of a number. For the number that is 23.6, 20.3 and 0.4, they are small numbers, so I know you can do this part also very easily. Now let's move to the next part of this question. Next question. Question number 3. Write the following as decimals. So we have pretty easy. Answer 3. B part. 5 tenths. That is 5 tenths, that is 5 upon 10. Tenths means divided by 10. And if you see carefully, if you are dividing by 10, 100 or 1000 or any denominator which has a table of 10, that is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, like these numbers are if in the denominator, what you can do is you can just shift the decimal point to the left direction by the number of zeros. For example, in this case 10 has only one zero, so we are going to shift the decimal point only one time, so the answer will come as 0.5. This is the simple way to do it. For second part, we have 3 tenths, 3 tenths and 3 tenths. It means 3 tenths, that is 3 into 10. And we have 3 tenths, it means 3 upon 10. Pretty easy. 3 tenths equals to be 30 and 3 tenths equals to be 0.3. Why? Because we have shifted decimal point to the left direction one time. And like this, it would become as 30.3. So this is the part here. Now I'm going to solve for difficult one, that is the F part. 503 tenths, 2 ones and 4 tenths. So we have 500, that is 500 only. Then we have 3 tenths, that is 30 only. 3 into 10 is 30. Then we have 2 ones, that is 2 only. And we have 4 tenths. Remember, TH is written, it means we have to divide. That is 4 tenths, it means 4 upon 10. Like this, if I add these values, I get to be as 532 plus 0.4. Why? Because I shifted decimal point one step towards the left direction. And it will become as 532.4. So that is the answer here. So I solved for the F part. Okay, my friends, so I know that I solved for 3 parts. Rest of the parts, you can do it yourself. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 4. Express the following as centimeter using decimals. So it is pretty easy question. So for answer 4, remember that 1 centimeter equals to be as 10 millimeters. It means that 1 millimeter equals to be 1/10 of centimeter. So simple. For first part, we have 4 millimeter. It means 4 into 1 upon 10 centimeter. Because 1 millimeter equals to be 1 upon 10 centimeter, that's why, which equals to be as 4 upon 10 centimeter, which equals to be 0.4 centimeter. So it is pretty easy. Again, shift in decimal place one step towards right, so towards left, because we have only one digit. If there are 2 digits, we are going to do this process 2 times. Okay, so now let's do for the B part. I'm going to do here this time 50 millimeter. Again, it equals to 50 into 1/10 of centimeter, which equals to be as 5 centimeter. Why? Because the cutting of 0 we have done, and 1 divided by 1 is 1 only, and anything multiplied by 1 is same. That's why 5 centimeter will come. Now for the C part, 250 millimeter. This will equal as, it is pretty easy, 215 into 1 upon 10 centimeter, which equals to be as 215 whole upon 10 centimeter. Then we're going to shift the decimal place one step towards left, because there is only 1 0, and it will become as 21.5 centimeter. Now for the last part of this question here, I'm going to do is question number D part. Rest of the parts you're going to do it yourself. we have 6 centimeters, 5 millimeters. Well, centimeters are already in centimeters, so we have to not do anything here. We have to just solve for 5 millimeter. It will equal to be as 5 into 1 upon 10 centimeter, which equals to be as 0.5 centimeter. So 6 centimeter 5 millimeter equals to be 6 centimeter plus 0.5 centimeter, which equals to be a 6.5 centimeter. And this is the answer of this question. Okay, my friends, so this is the easy questions now. Now let's solve for the next question. Question number 5. Write the following decimals as fractions. So reduce the fractions to lowest term. In this case, I'm going to solve for D part, E part, and the F part. Okay, friends, so now let's solve for the D part. So we answer 5. D part, that is 4.5. So in this case, we are going to convert into fractions. So now suppose if so there is one thing. If you know that if you have seen 5 upon 10 equals to be 0.5. Because there is 1 0, so I'm going to show the decimal point one step towards the left. Okay friends, so in this case I'm going to show the decimal place to the right, that is 45. But in this case I'm going to increase the value by 10. But I don't want to increase the value by 10, so I'm going to divide by 10 by the same way, such that and like this we have the same value. Multiplication by 10 and division by 10 I have done both sides. Like this it is simple. Okay friends, again I'm going to tell you, take a number 4.5 and put a denominator like this, 4.5 divided by 1. If I multiply the numerator and denominator by 10, I'm going to get as 45 whole upon 10. And as it is an equivalent fraction, these two values are equivalent. So I have done 45 upon 10. So this is the fraction, but we have to give it in lowest terms. So I'm going to divide by both sides by 5. I get 9 upon 2 as the final answer. Very easy. Now for the next part, that is here E part, we have 12.5. 12.5 again. If I write it as 12.5 upon 1, I can multiply in the numerator and denominator by 10. So it will become as 125 whole upon 10. Like by dividing, we shift the decimal point to the left direction. By multiplication, we shift the decimal point to the right direction. So it is the logic here. 125 upon 10. Now if I cut the factor of 5, I get as 2 and 25 here above. And this becomes as 25 whole upon 2. Very easy question. So E part also solved. Now for the F part, we have 28.4. Again it will equal to 28.4 upon 1, which equals to 284 upon 10. Now cutting a factor of 5, I get 2 down, and by 5, as you can see, I can see if I calculate it, I'm going to get a decimal point in the numerator. That's why I cannot cut it by 5, I can cut it by 2. So I will get the denominator as 5 because I'm going to divide by 2. If I divide by 2, I get as 142. 142 whole upon 5, like this. And this is the final answer of this question. So this is the 3 parts. Rest of the parts you can do it, solve it yourself. Next question. Question number 6. Write each of the following as decimals. So in this case, I'm going to solve for the third part and the 10th part. So let's do the third part here. 300 plus 50 plus 2 plus 3 upon 10. It is pretty easy. We're going to add these value first. It is 352. It is pretty easy. And then we have plus 3 upon 10 like this. Like this. Okay friends. And this 3 upon 10 can be written as 0.3 also because I shifted decimal point. So it will equal to be as 352 plus 0.3, which equals to be as 352.3. And this is the answer. Now for the 10th part, we have 400 plus 20 plus 3 plus 7 upon 10, which equals to be as 400 plus 20 plus 3 equals 423 plus 7 upon 10, which equals to be 0.7. It equals to be 423.7. And this is again the answer. Okay friends, so now let's solve for the next question because rest of the parts I think you can solve it yourself. Yeah, For some of the parts, for example, ninth part in this case, we have 5, 6 upon 12. So this time this is a bit difficult part because others are easy. But in this case, what you have to do in the fractions, first of all, we are going to convert into mixed improper fraction. That is, first multiplying and then adding. Multiply denominator by the whole number and then add numerator to it. I get the answer to be as 66 whole upon 12. Now, if I cut a factor, if I cut a factor of 6, I get 11 whole upon 2. Like this. And now if you want you can do the division method directly also, but if you don't know how to do it, you multiply the numerator and denominator by 5. I get the answer to be as 55 whole upon 10. And now I got the denominator as 10. Now I'm going to show the decimal point and I'm going to get the answer as 5.5. Or second way, if you can just simplify 6 upon 12 as 1 upon 2 also, then also you're going to get 5.5 as well. So this is the ninth part I have explained you. For the other part also you do the same thing. Convert it into mixed fraction and then try to simplify it, lowest term, and then if you know how to divide, you can divide directly also. But if you don't know, so try to make the denominator into 100. Okay friends, so it is the steps. Now for question number 7. Show the following numbers in a number line. So it is a easy question here. So first of all, let's do the answer 7. In this case, I am going to do the first part and third part. First part is 0.3. It equals to be as 3 tenths. I know that you know it. And for the second part, third part, we have 2.2, which equals to be as 22 whole upon 10, which is equals to be as 11 whole upon 5. Or if I write, I can do 1 upon 5 as well. So it is the logic here. Okay friends, so now first of all, let's draw the number line. So first of all, let's start with 0. If you want, you may not draw this arrow, but it is not important. If you want, you can do it. 0, then we have here 1, then we have here 2, and then we have 3. So in this case, as 3 upon 10 is between 0 and 1, so we're going to first of all divide the fraction 0 and 1 into 10 parts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now as it's 3 upon 10, so we have 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 steps towards the right direction, and this will represent as 3 tenths. So it is the logic. Now for the third part is 2 1 upon 5. We have 2, it means it is greater than 2 and between less than 3. And as denominator is 5, after simplification, I'm going to divide this fraction into 5 pieces. And then I'm going to count 1 piece here. And this will call as 2 1 upon 5. I tell you how. 2, because 2 it is first of all going to travel 2 because it is 2 only, and then we are going to increase by 1 upon 5. That is, we are going to divide by 5 pieces and going to take 1 piece of it. So like this we have marked it. Now for the 8th question. Write the decimal number represented by the points P, Q, R, and S in the given number line. So in this case we are going to do simply. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this distance is divided into 10 pieces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as S is having 7 out of 10, so this will represent 7 upon 10 fraction. And now for 1, we have 1, 2. So as 1 upon 2 is also divided into 10 equal parts, and 2 and 3 also are divided into 10 equal parts, as you can see in the figure. So as you can see R here, it is 2 steps more than 1. It means 1 2/10 or 1 1/5. Also you can write it out. Now for the Q part, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Q would be 1 8 upon 10 or 1 4 upon 5. Okay friends. And now for the for P, as you can see, it is more 1 piece. That is, it is greater than 3 less than 4, and it is 1 steps more. It means 3 1 upon 10. So like this we have marked. Thank you for watching this video. If you like our channel, so please subscribe our channel, and we pray for your family to be safe and secure during this coronavirus pandemic. Thank you.